This is the Life on Shuffle podcast. Can we get a little round of applause? Thank you guys.
Is that the round of applause? I was about to hit the button. Okay.
Yes, that is the round of applause. Thank you so much, guys.
And I see that silence issue that happened the other time. Now I see what happened.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, sweet. And sorry about that, guys. I know last week's episode is like a 30-second delay. I know our numbers was a little shaky, so make sure you go back and watch last week's episode. You're here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, we here each and every Wednesday from 6 to 7. Did y'all like our intro? Can y'all run it up in the comments? Let us know if y'all feeling our intro. What's up, T? Shannon, how y'all feeling today?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm ready to talk about this new topic.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we definitely wanted that intro to hit, man. I was trying my best to keep that one a secret the whole time. I'm like, listen, y'all gotta tune in. We got something special for y'all today. So I hope y'all like the visual, cause Sonny been busy, boy. She makes shit happen, boy.
Yes. Shout out to my cousin Roy Dale. He a beast, man. He helped me a little bit with the footage.
All right, Roy Dale.
Yes. What's that, like executive producer, director, something like that?
Type shit, yeah.
Yep, but we got it in. So yeah, y'all, that's the intro. Let us know in the comments what y'all think. And Shannon, what we talking about today?
So I'm just gonna hit y'all with we talking about something a lot of people can relate to. We're gonna talk about the marriage and gender roles. So I'm just gonna, what that mean. Basically that mean for a lot of people, is marriage still an end game?
Is that the goal? Do we still want to get married in 2024? T, you want to get married?
I do. Not in 2024 though.
Okay. Oh, Mark, you want to get married still?
Yeah.
It's like
Why he over here?
We need that.
Over here sound like Tiger.
T said, nice intro. Thank you.
Thank you, sis.
Good
We
looking,
try. Yes.
What's up, Brittany? What's up?
Shannon, you still want to get married?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Eventually, potential, all that gotta line up.
That's a hard question to answer when it ain't nothing on the radar and shit, no potential on the radar type shit. I mean, it's like everybody, that's like a hopeless romantic ass shit. It's like, everybody want the picket fence and the white dog.
But some people do though.
Yeah, I was about to say, but that ain't true. That's why the question is marriage still the end game? Is the white picket fence or black picket fence or whatever color fence y'all want? Do y'all still?
That fence is blended.
Yeah. Do y'all
to have a family? Yes. Like fuck that contract and all of that paperwork. If you really want to know,
Right.
Like we have what we have established without having the government govern our fucking relationship.
So you don't believe in marriage, or that ain't really the end goal for you no more.
I guess if that's how you want to define it, yeah. But
because that is what it is.
Like
you want to play house.
That's what men say when they want a wife, but they don't want.
See, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. And
What up, Dre?
I'm not saying that from the arena of not wanting the obligations of a husband and none of that shit. That's not what I'm saying. It's just because I just feel like all of the benefits of marriage are for the woman as far as the legal and the contract, all of that shit is concerned. Like all of that, even the wedding itself, that shit is all for y'all.
Oh my goodness.
I'm saying, so you can say that, but it's 2024, so there are situations where it's beneficial for the man. It's
with the right woman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but shit, that's like scarce as hell and shit. Like a lot of these women out here are in it for what they can get out of the man. They ain't thinking about what they here to do for the man.
I don't know, bro. That sound like a man scoring.
Yeah, I was about to say,
that sound like a man scoring. Yeah.
Hey, well, I mean, if that's the angle that it sounds, but yeah, that's I guess it's because my energy and my focus is more so on my business. I ain't really trying to invest the time and energy into love right now. That's more so what it is.
So you invest in someone who's equally yoked, who has just as much.
And I'm open to that. I would want it, but it's like right now I ain't got the energy to invest into it for real.
Yeah, we know as life been going, life on shuffle, plug right there. But we know as life going, it has definitely changed the perspective, which is why we talking about what we talking about now, because the perspective of marriage has changed for so many people. The end goal or what we think of, like something else. Do y'all think that poly relationships have damaged the perspective of marriage?
I wouldn't say damage,
so.
but
I don't think
because everybody
so.
don't believe in it.
Yeah, and I feel like people who want to like really be married, in most cases, that's just not on their radar.
Do either of you believe in like having multiple wives or any of that type of stuff?
No.
Okay.
No. But you'll be surprised how many people have had that conversation with me, even in school. Like, and it's some people is like, if you can afford it, you know, but you got to be able to treat each wife equally. So if you can afford to have 2 wives, then it'll work out. You know, it's nothing. I'm just like, you know, yeah.
I feel like it's just the legalities of it, because it happens all the time.
I feel like the struggle with marriage for me is that I haven't really seen a successful marriage coming up. So I think, I mean, I've seen people married, but I haven't seen like the ideal type marriage shit.
Nothing,
you know
that's gonna give
something
you...
that make me want to be like, oh,
I want to do
like,
this.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing that we were ever taught about. It was just something that you seen. Like, the man proposed. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mama didn't teach me specifically how to be a wife, or, you know what I'm saying? She taught me how to be a young lady growing into a young woman, but she didn't say...
And probably taught you more about how to protect yourself from a man as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, what to do to cater to a man. And I don't mean cater to as, like, be his slave, because y'all be taking sometimes...
I want to say, like, my mom was, like, super catering. And it made me be like, I'm never doing that. Like, it was the opposite. It was like, I felt like she gave so much.
Yeah, my dude was like that too, though.
And that's interesting.
But that's the gender role thing. You know, like,
Yeah.
she was one of those women, like, she cooked, she cleaned, she did everything. So it was like, and you work just as much.
Oh, so are we switching into gender roles? This is
wait.
We talking about marriage.
Wait, yeah, but that's why it's gonna play into it. But is marriage sacred, or does those vows mean anything anymore?
It should be.
It definitely.
But when does that like come into play? When you propose to somebody,
it sounds good on paper, but people don't live those
they
vows
don't
out
live
in
it.
real
Like,
life.
when you ask somebody to be your wife, do you plan
probably
to live
never
by
even
those
heard the vows or know what the vows are?
You just asking somebody
like,
to be your wife, you don't even understand what this actually means.
Exactly, and that goes into the, you know, when you say your vows, I feel like a lot of people getting married and they don't have the concept of through thick and thin, sickness and health, death do us part. Now it's more so like, but if you have a feeling if your stomach hurt about the marriage, then just head straight to the court and get a divorce.
Hey, friend,
6 months later, get a divorce. Like, you get married to get a divorce. Like, it's a way out. And it's the train of thought. It's the way people think about it. Like, now it's just so saturated with the divorce. If I don't like it, I'll get married again. I'll try again. Try again. It's like...
Do you believe in getting married more than once, guys?
I'm not against it, but that should ultimately be not a last resort to remarry, but a divorce should be the last resort.
Y'all want to know what I be saying? If people be looking at me like I'm crazy when I say it, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink first.
Oh, let me sip mine too, because it must be time. It must be one of those moments.
So I felt like, I hope this don't start nothing. But if I get married, I want a prenup.
I'm not against that.
And that's kind of what I feel.
I'm not against that.
That's inadvertently what I feel.
You say you what?
What's up, Marciana? What's up, D?
Okay.
Cause so now we ain't gotta argue about what shorts was mine.
Yeah.
What's up, cuz? What up, Dominique?
Yes. We can just, if God forbid, if we have to split, we can split amicably. And you take what you came with, and I take what I came with, and we.
And it's good to hear y'all say that,
nothing
because
else to discuss.
Yeah.
When I say that, there's a lot of women that have a problem with that.
It's
almost they feel like you're preparing for the marriage to fail.
No.
You know what I mean?
They feel so
I just feel like,
ugh, how dare you?
So I mean, I get both sides of it.
Hey, Kier.
But also, like I said, if you're dealing with somebody and you have just as much to lose as your partner as a woman, it's like, I want you in my bag, and I ain't trying to come for yours.
Right.
So it's like, let's just go.
It ain't preparing for the marriage to fail. It's like marriage insurance. Like, you don't want to live life without insurance, right?
Right.
So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to go into this blindly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then for a woman, a lot of times, because in my mind, like I just said, the benefits of the marriage is for the woman majority of the time. For a woman to feel some kind of, that's my observation, right? Okay. So, when a woman feels some kind of way about a man saying that, it makes me feel like that's a red flag and an indication that she's in it for what she can get.
My homegirl says, how do you divide what you acquire together?
That you would have to work out with the lawyers, and you know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But I feel like that's what should be divided. What you acquired while you was with this person.
Be low.
If both parties were contributing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He says, I know I'm committed, but I don't trust that when challenges come that my partner won't leave. He says that he's currently in therapy now. He was once married. Shout out to all the married people in the comments. Absolutely. I know we got a few of y'all in there. Congratulations.
And ain't none of us married, so don't. We just y'all say, oh, you gotta be there. You gotta go through it. You can't speak on it. Well, guess what? We speaking on
hypothetical. Right. Do I feel qualified for what? To be a wife?
No.
Oh, what?
No.
to comment on this thing, seeing that you're in a relationship.
Oh, I'm qualified. I mean, I can speak on whatever we gonna speak about, I guess. But let me tell y'all this. It's something else that people be looking at me crazy for when it applies to us. We gonna take another drink on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, y'all. I've been popping my nails off. I only got 3, so don't be talking about me.
Who you about to fight?
No, I'm trying to get them done, but I be popping off. Okay. I feel like so marriage is a contract. You know what I'm saying? There's paperwork involved. I feel like every 5 years we should be able to renew this paperwork.
Refinance the relationship.
You feel me? Like, what if year 4 kind of rocky? You like, I don't like this nigga. Like, he ain't what I thought. Man. Like this. What if y'all sit like, you know what? Yeah, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Or if y'all happy people, like, yes, we don't even have to talk about it.
Okay, so but that goes back to the divorce situation.
If y'all like see my face right now,
no, I'm fucking with that.
Believe in marriage for real.
I mean, I'm just saying though, like if you know,
so you want to so let's revisit marriage. Still in
y'all, people renew their
vows.
Okay, it ain't gotta be 5 years. Maybe it could be 7. Every 7.
She said before 10. She said she don't want to do a whole 10 straight.
But that still kind of feel like you not committed to being in this forever.
I just feel like, I mean, it's a forever thing, but life on shuffle shit happens. People parents die and change. They lose a job. Shit change. You had kids and the nigga don't fuck with you no more.
So since you said that,
sorry y'all.
Since you said that, how do you feel about staying in a marriage if you come to that conclusion where y'all then sat down and y'all then evaluated y'all marriage and your partner says I'm unhappy, or you like I'm really unhappy? How do y'all feel about, you know, is that the time where I sprint to the exit, like I think we should get this divorce away? Like, absolutely. What does that mean when you sit down and you have that conversation with your partner or your husband and you say this is not working out?
So I feel like you should be able, especially when you're with someone that you plan to be with forever, that you should be able to have uncomfortable conversations, which that sounds like an uncomfortable conversation. First of all, if you love each other hard enough or whatever, you're going to be willing to work it out prior to even going to the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, baby, you know, let's do counseling, maybe therapy, or what can I do to, you know what I'm saying, to change this? How can we do this together?
But it also kind of depends on, like, what coping skills both parties have, right? Because we both can be like, all right, let's work this out. Let's go to therapy. Let's go to counseling. But are you really willing to forgive and move through a situation? You know what I'm saying?
It depends on that situation, though.
So Bianco said, I feel like you really evaluate that every day, honestly. Marriage is nothing if not waking up and choosing that person day in and day out. I agree, 1,000%. I feel like before you get to the 5-year evaluation, you talking to your mate on a regular basis, and I'm sure it's gonna happen well before 5 years, 6 months, a month. Shit, every night when you go to confide in your partner, y'all talking like how you feel today. That's the purpose of how was your day,
right?
What's the mood? So you gathering that information as you go. You should never get to a 5-year, a year, 2-year evaluation where you're lost.
But that's if that person is being transparent with you how they're feeling on a daily.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A person can be like, I'm cool, I'm good, babe, I'm good, and really they fucked up. You know, so it just depends on.
That's true, because men have a heart. I mean, it goes both ways.
Both
men and
women.
I'm not biased.
I'm glad you was about to say that, because I really want that's still in this subject. So, in a marriage, or what qualifies as a man being in their feelings when they're trying to communicate to you? Why is that? You want a man, in order for us to get to this point where we don't talk, like you just said, T, we don't tend to talk about things. But when we do talk, we're not allowed
to have emotions.
Yeah, when we get into that,
y'all just dealing with the wrong women, because I don't got no problem with that. I want my man to be vulnerable.
Love that for you. I love that for you.
I just had an argument with my man the other day. Shout out, baby. He like, listen, we gonna have arguments. Arguments are healthy. I mean, yeah, he said arguments are healthy. He said, but we have to have healthy disagreement.
Communication.
I fucks with him, by the way. That's my dog.
Okay. I'm listening.
Look at you. You was ready to give in. Then you like, oh.
I feel like that's great for Sandra.
Listen, T over there like, yeah, you bitch. I'm going through that. Oh, bitch, you bragging now? Oh, you bragging?
A lot of this shit sound good on paper, saying it, but when we in the moment,
totally different.
Yeah, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying?
I want those people to be like, hey, let's have these uncomfortable conversations. And when somebody is when a man is communicating to you when they don't feel a certain way, I would be like, you in your feelings. But you asked him to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
some people can't communicate correctly when they in their feelings and their emotions. So that's part of the problem.
So and it's your delivery. If I ask you to talk to me and I feel attacked, now I can't hear nothing you're saying.
Express your emotions without expressing your emotions. If that sound.
No,
right.
You should be able to express your emotions
without being emotional. Way. I'm just saying, like, no, without being express that you angry without express that you angry about something without yelling like cussing me out. That's what I'm saying.
It's not trying to
express that you angry without being angry.
Yeah, we're trying to resolve this conflict. We're not trying to harp on it. We're not trying to, create more division.
So how do y'all feel? Because I feel like even still, we gotta watch that. Oh, he in his feeling shit. Because when we say that shit to y'all, I'm sure y'all be like, you blowing me off. The minute I tell you, oh shit, you must be in your feelings, and then you automatically like, I'm not in my feelings, or you're defensive. So
that ain't me.
Okay, so listen, I'm not like that. However, if the only reason why
that's exactly what I'm saying.
No, because listen, somebody else will tell you something different. But listen, what I'm saying is this: if the only reason why we communicating about what you feel is because I'm coming to you like, hey, we need to talk, because I feel like you different, or the vibe is changing, and you like, oh no, I'm cool, or now you want to spill your heart out. Exactly, no, like pull me to the side when you feel away. Don't wait until I come to address you, and now you like, no, you saying this, but you was doing this. Like, hold on, wait, well, where'd that come from? Because I'm trying to communicate to you in a healthy way. So
but that's I agree, but that's an unhealthy way of communicating.
But that's normally what happens with me. They don't just come to you and be like, hey, let me talk to you about this real quick.
Flip side, if you know you got a man that don't communicate, and that's the only way that you know you can communicate, you're going to continue to go to him and pull those conversations out of him, because you know
that he won't do it.
He's not going to do it on his own. So that's knowing your partner.
Knowing your man.
That's you knowing how what kind of, like, even though he gonna be like. And it still should be a healthy divide, though. You don't want it to be a tit for tat. You don't want him to be. You don't want to feel
like you're walking on eggshells.
Bingo.
I've been there.
Like I feel the energy, but you ain't saying nothing.
And why y'all don't be like believing when someone says like the energy has changed, like there's a shift in the energy in the room? You can feel it. Energy does not lie.
It doesn't.
It don't lie.
It's strong.
Listen, facts.
I'm with it. Okay, so I think that's
a question for the viewers. I know we got some married people, or even if you're not married. So answer the question: is marriage still the goal in 2024? And if you are married, tell us. Are you in a happy place? I don't want people to put themselves out here like no, I wish I wouldn't have did it. But I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to word my question properly. Help me out, Shannon. You be having the verbiage on life.
If that's the poll that we gonna pose, that's the question. It's exactly what you said.
Okay, is marriage still the goal? Yeah. Call us. What's the number? 248.
Is marriage the goal or the end game?
30481.
Yeah, we need to know this number.
And we don't take a bite out of the crown. But we're going to slide over to this gender role conversation.
Yes, now I need to know.
Let's just, and if y'all want to answer this question, we're going to put two questions out there. Because does gender roles still exist? And do you think that that's something that you have in your household? Let's go there with it.
For some people, I think it does. But I also, if I'm being honest, I feel like that's why a lot of couples are not married, because of your expectations of a person. You know what I'm
saying? Agreed.
Okay. You expect your woman to do all of these things, but at the same time, you want to be a millennial man. Like, well, you need to do this. Okay, so either we gonna go back to the 20s, or we gonna be
right.
With the current time.
Yeah, Brittany, marriage is definitely the goal. Appreciate you still believing in it.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's certain stuff that I shouldn't be doing as a woman. Like in my house, I don't feel like I should have to touch any trash. I shouldn't have to take it out the garbage can, bag it up, tie it up, roll it to the curb. Like, I shouldn't have to do none of that. I feel like that's a man's job. Am I wrong for that?
You're not wrong for that. However, this not even a however. It's more so you'll do it
If I have to.
If you have, and it's not, and that's it. A lot of women won't do it if they have to.
We can't miss garbage day, baby.
Okay,
yeah,
and that's
you're
it.
Not missing garbage day.
That's it.
But I mean, it's one of those things. Like if I come in the crib and it's right there, like
it's right there, like it's been taken out of the trash and need to go. What you mean?
It depends on how I'm feeling that day. Like
yeah,
I might walk past like that's what you're supposed to do, but it could be a day where you might have helped me cook or you might have washed some clothes and I might grab the trash and throw it out. Like,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends.
Yeah, you might have a man that cuss you out for touching the garbage.
No. It do.
Like, didn't I tell you don't do?
But that's
come get me, wake me up, whatever.
Independent woman turn into, bro, you too masculine. I get that.
And that's that. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that one. That's on this list. Exactly what you just said. But as far as the gender roles, let me touch on it. I think that, like you said, some households that's something major. But ideally, I think that gender role shit is out the door, and it should be out the door. It should be all balanced because, again, when it comes down to it, like women, that's one of the biggest arguments I hear is, y'all want to ask for sex, y'all want to do this and that, but y'all don't help. And I'm just like, when I've been single for so long, I survived. So you can't tell me I can't. I do everything so it's not really a flex. Like I don't like when I run into single women or women as angry or upset that is what they're flexing about all the things that they do as if men aren't capable of doing it. And I'll be like, well, like you said, I'll be like, well, what man do you deal with? Because I can do everything you can do. You know what I'm saying? I can wake up, get the kids up. I can do laundry, cook, clean.
I'm not gonna say it's weird, but it's a lot of guys that just aren't doing that. Like it's a lot of single mothers in marriages or in relationships that's doing everything
by themselves.
But go to bed to a man at night that feel like he done did something because half the bills to paid, or he done went to work and paid the mortgage.
But who put that there?
A man gonna do what he want to do for the woman that he want.
That's
right.
True.
So that's another thing. Some of these women got to gauge and shit. How much these men really want their asses and shit. You know what I mean? And why they're expecting certain things from them and shit from like marriage husband type material. Like he don't want you like that. That's why that's why he ain't treating you like that.
It's also what you put out here. Like I said, you'll be surprised how much scrolling you just put out here, and a lot of women will preach that. That's all they want. They want a man that just take care of the bills, work all the time, bills. But then after they get fed up with that, that's when they'll go to complaining about that man. That's when they'll say he don't do nothing. But it's like, well, pick your poison. You asked for a man that works all day to pay the bills. You didn't ask for a man that's gonna pay the bills, help you around the house, and do all this stuff. You didn't ask for that.
But it's the same though.
It is the same
because if I work just as much as you, or if not more, you want me to come home and I still gotta cook
dinner, laundry.
Like, come on.
That's why I've always said, like, my wife, that's not her job to come home and cook and shit. That's not her job to clean up the houses. I was doing this shit. Like,
it's not.
Like, I was feeding myself before you came around. All of that stuff. Like, that's not your job now that you come into my life.
Like, it's men who literally will not eat until they woman home.
Yeah. Or fix their plate.
Okay.
And I think that is either trained from the woman, their person that they're with, or it's trained from
their child.
Yeah. That southern, they be like, don't do it. Don't pick up nothing.
Or not
don't
even
help.
just southern. Like you just have some moms that do everything for their sons to the point where as he's becoming a man, like he don't know nothing. He don't have any skills. He ain't making his own doctor's appointments.
True
like
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really men out here, they moms still making their doctor's appointments.
And that go both ways. Because you'll have that with those daughters who father do everything. And those are the ones that literally be like, well, my daddy do everything, and my daddy told me, da-da-da. So are you looking for a daddy or a man? Are you looking for
that's crazy?
That's why I don't like that thing where women call me and I don't like to be called daddy. I don't like that shit.
Me neither. I ain't gonna lie. Well, no, I'm gonna lie. I'm lying. No, I'm gonna just sip.
Because I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know what
I'm gonna sip. It just if it come out, it come out.
Like, I guess it's a time and place for everything. Don't just randomly be calling me daddy while we're walking through Walmart.
I agree with that.
That's true.
That's weird.
That's very weird. That's very weird.
That's not my nickname. No, don't nickname me.
Don't say it. Don't say it how you say your real daddy. Yeah. Like, you better change the tune or something. That's weird. Don't do it.
That's my point. That's my point. I don't like this.
That part. The night.
Yeah.
Or day.
But going into that, like, that's definitely something that is being repeated. Like I said, if you got a daddy that's been taking care of you, then you comparing your man to your father. Like, that's one of the main things that I feel like in relationships and dating we struggle with. We're losing that battle because you're always comparing. And like I said, times have changed so much. You compare me to a man whose dollar was probably times 10 worth the value of what the dollar is today. So right now, it kills me when we don't use our senses. Like, act like you're woke. When we using the term woke, we don't mean just how a lot of people are using it. But being woke is just having the eyes, man. If you struggling, why you think you're gonna meet a man that ain't going through the same struggle you are?
It depends on where you finding this man that you're dealing with. Because you got, I'm just saying.
No, definitely.
You know, you got your 9-to-5 guy who making it happen the right way. You got your niggas just swiping the cards and the thises and the that and the pills and the this. So it really just depends on the type of guy that you attracting or what you're interested in.
And then like the whole that daddy thing, it's the same. Like most men, they want women who, in cases, either are like their moms or the opposite of their moms. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're growing up, this is the standard.
Or the amount of men that have mommy issues. Like,
exactly. And it's the same with women.
Yeah.
We got that, you know, some of us got daddy issues. So it just depends. Like if you meet a woman and her father maybe wasn't as, you know, affectionate or, you know, present, but he was a provider, that's the expectation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we talked about this before. Like, no, it wasn't active, but bills was paid. Whatever I got, I wanted. So as a child, that's what she knows.
Yeah.
So, you know, but people have to be
conscious
in a space where they are woke and they do the work to grow and that might not just be the right way. And people, it's perspective.
It is.
Like this is how I was raised, this is how you was raised. Okay, so where's our balance, where's our happy medium, so we can know how this works for us.
And I think that's the most sickening part. I'm like, do we all got blinders on? Do we not see what I can meet you and see your struggle, or you can tell me your struggle, but am I going to ignore it and just think that you're supposed to rise to the occasion and still be perfect?
Right.
And it's like, that's really what it is. It's like, though you were brought up a certain way, shit, it's just like racism. We talk about, you don't have to be racist because you was raised that way. Well, just because you was raised a certain way and brought up a certain way don't mean you can't adapt, change, or notice when change needs to be made.
Or notice when the people that raised you might have fucked up.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard thing to say, but it's just the truth. Like, dang, maybe I'm going through these things because the people that, you know, raised me was going through the same things and nobody corrected it. So it's just having accountability and you know,
yes. I love that word. Love that word.
Yes, and a lot of people don't have it.
Yep, and taking that accountability. You know what I'm saying? We take that accountability. Can we be the new generation to change? And it's just like that's big. Accountability in relationships and marriages. We gotta own up to some shit.
Definitely.
Go.
It's hard to change the narrative when so many people are stuck in the traditional way of thinking. Like, you know what I mean? How we talking about the old marriage, like you say, people comparing the terms and conditions of the marriages of old days to now. Like people still stuck on trying to relive and reincarnate what happened years ago. So it's like, it's hard to change the shit. It's almost like our old people that's stuck in office in politics. Like we got to get them out so we can get the new policies in. It's hard to do that.
I just think our generation, I just think they don't value marriage as much as they did back in the day.
But it's also because, like you said when we first started the podcast today, like, how many successful marriages have we seen?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how many men have we actually seen, you know, taking care of their family, loving, and then even the men who, like, I know some successful marriages, but it depends on what you consider successful.
Yeah.
He was there, but I ain't never seen him sit at the table. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him actively be involved in the family, but you knew he was there.
That matters.
You knew them bills was paid.
Yeah.
Like,
some people nowadays may consider Nick Cannon a good father, right? Because he's financially, he take care of the kids. But like, how much of a father are you, right?
That's a great point. That's
like, you know how many unstable households you're creating?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Nick
So
Cannon.
we gotta watch the boundaries we cross when we creating these new terms and conditions for what's good and bad in relationships. I mean, and what's standard, because we living in a wild ass world now. It seems like what's bad is good and what's good is bad. So we gotta watch it.
Or you feel like you gotta live up to the expectations of your family, so you can't just hop out in front of whatever it is you created because that doesn't go along with tradition. Well,
you gotta live for yourself, baby.
You know what I call tradition? Peer pressure from dead people.
Man, listen,
that's the gym. Where's the body shop?
Oh, for real though,
that's like exactly what it is.
The older I get, the less I be feeling about these holidays. Why am I breaking my neck and stressing? Like, listen, last year I was like, I'm not celebrating Christmas next year.
I'm not about to force my kids to get dressed.
This
is my only off day.
Christmas tree. The bells and the lights and all that.
It's my only off day. I done worked 16 hours yesterday. I gotta force my kids to get dressed, and I gotta take them to 16 different people because our family is blended. I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to sit in the house with my children and love on them, eat our good food, and just have a good time.
Yes.
But traditionally, it's Christmas. You supposed to come. My mama not here. What we doing on that for?
You know, Mama's like, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Jesus
every time you ain't getting no gifts. Put a smile on your face. You woke up this morning. Jesus is the reason for the season. It was like, I know, my dang, but it'd be nice to have a toy.
She right.
Was your mom Jehovah's Witness or something?
No,
she just didn't celebrate Christmas.
No, we celebrated, but if it was a rough Christmas and you had to wait till after Christmas or till them taxes came. And you with everybody else getting gifts, you still was a little sad. And she's like, wipe that smile on your face. Jesus was the reason. I was like, all right, my dang, I know, but I want a toy.
But that's fact. It is.
I'm not about to play with you today, dog.
So look,
but you see how many years later that stuck with you, right?
Oh, it would never.
If it's a Christmas where you can't go crazy for yourself, it don't bother you because you know, like, that's not really what it's all about.
And it's crazy because kids, if you do explain that early on, when those Christmases come and they don't have nothing, they gonna pull some tears out your ass. Like, it's cool, Mom. It's okay, Mama. It's cool, Dad. I know. Like, and then you gonna be in that boy balling. Like, this the last Christmas y'all have no gifts. You gonna go so hard next year. Y'all gonna get a Christmas next year. Because they done killed you with the lessons that you taught them. They done fed it right back to you.
What about becoming an adult and realizing that you was an ungrateful kid? Because I never honestly had a where I woke up and I didn't have nothing, but I might not have had exactly what I wanted, and so
you was going ham when you didn't get exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, and really? Like, man, what? Heck yeah.
I ain't had a problem.
I think my issue was being hyped up,
and I had stuff too.
Feeling like I was gonna get something and then getting something else. Right? It's almost like, all right, Mark, you are gonna get Fruit Loops for Christmas. Fruit Loops, and then you open the box and it's Fruity-O's. And shit. Like, that was the issue that I had. And
they just the same thing.
She didn't do a good job behind that. I would have put them Fruity-O's in that Fruit Loops box.
Okay,
so you would have never known.
It's your perspective. You looking at it half empty or half full.
The Tommy Hill figure, right? High school. Tommy Hill figure was popping shit. FUBU and shit. Like, my house wanted to go to goddamn Foreman Mills and get me a damn Tommy Hill figure sweater with the stitch. I'm like, Mama, do you see the stitching? Like, this ain't the right
7
one.
days.
This ain't the right
7
one.
days west and east.
Yeah, no,
Mama was trying.
Like,
okay.
What about the dollar store cologne that was watered down?
Yeah, I had all that stuff, but it was like, I want this chain with this. Now, I was very detailed. And it was like, you're going to take this and have a nice day.
Yo, my mama grew up poor in a small town from
Mount
Bayou, Mississippi.
Like, cheese, my baby.
Listen, Dukes was not buying no Nikes, no, like, I want these. She like, you gonna get these? I'm like, but these ain't sweet. I remember the days. Like,
listen.
About the how you parent, though. Like, that's how my mom was. Like, she wasn't nobody buying her nothing for Christmas, so she went crazy for us. So, like, now as a parent, I be thinking, like, how dare I? Because my son, I can buy him anything. He don't care about that.
Yeah. Right. That's the thing. The kids nowadays is different than the kids we were when we was kids. I literally
have to wait. Whatever I know he really, really wants, that's the last thing I give him. Because if he open that first, he don't care what else he wants. He ain't going to look at it. So, like, I done wasted all my damn money.
What about getting back to the gender roles, the duties? What's the duties of the gender roles? Like, what is it that you think the role of a woman now? What is your role versus, and then I'll tell y'all what I guess the.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Okay, tell us.
I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna make sure the house is clean. What else I'm gonna do?
I can make it real simple. But you go ahead.
Go ahead, cause I done got a brain fart.
The man do what's necessary to do for that individual woman that he's with, and she do what's necessary for that individual man. Like, there's no itemized, bullet pointed ass list, right? Because now we getting back to you talking about, I'm gonna cook. I don't expect you to cook. That's not something that I'm labeling you with, right? But if that's something that you do because you feel that way about me, then fine. No different than the things that a man is supposed to do. That's not an obligation just that you get by default as a woman. That's some shit that you earn out of the man.
But like you said, as those rules from our dead people. That's just kind of typically what we're taught. We're taught that the woman is supposed to cook and have a hot meal when they man get home from work.
But
and you're supposed to make sure his uniform clean.
I want us to be well out to where we have a chef there. You're not
that
cooking.
part. I ain't want to come off sounding all crazy.
Like, we don't have a maid
so
cleaning up the house.
That's my love
shit,
language.
you know
I like to cook, right? But after being in a relationship for so long and becoming like newly single, it was a situation where it was like I learned like, everybody don't even care if you can cook or not. Yeah. Because so many women don't cook. Yeah. It's like, I mean, okay, you cook. What else you doing?
It is a very good attribute to have as a woman. I'm not going to say we don't care, right? Yeah. So, but the thing is,
it depends on, like you said,
on the man.
On the man. Exactly. Like, a lot of guys be like, I cook myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And really can.
Yeah.
Like,
we got to make sure that ain't just something, though, because that's one of them things that a lot of people will just say. They'll just say it because it sounds good for clout. Mm-hmm. Like they'll be like, "Oh, my," but it is. Some people still have
traditional values.
Those traditional, or just they have deal breakers for them.
Right.
And like I said, we don't. I'm glad we not on here doing battle of the sexes, but that does tend to fuel some of the topics that I come up with because I see it so. It's just the 50-50 talk, it be literally on my timeline, and I just be like, man, like the deal breakers for my wife gotta cook or my girl gotta cook, and it's like they don't. They don't be having
what you value. Like it could be a situation where like, what are you complaining for? Like I pay all the bills. Like I didn't ask you to. I make my own money.
Some of them superficial. Go ahead, I didn't cut you off.
No, I'm saying so. It just like you said depends on what that person values.
Yeah.
Like you might get a woman who don't mind paying something, but if the trade-off is you be more present or you show up for me in other areas in life, then it might be more beneficial.
It really just depends on the couple and the compatibility.
And it's, a lot of these components that we talking about straddle the fence to me of damn near being like the same as wanting somebody for a materialistic value, right? Because all of these things is things that this person has. We ain't talking about the person themselves, you know what I mean, and the type of person that they are. We're talking about what they have and what they possess and what we can get out of them, what we can benefit from them. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about, the person that they are, the values, the morals, the respect, the type of person, how they carry themselves. Like, so what we want is, I just want a chick that can cook and clean and all of this stuff, but it's like, she ain't nothing as a wife, as a person. Her personality ain't shit.
Right, so like,
we're looking for a lot of the wrong shit, and that's part of the problem. We so superficially fixated on the stuff that we like, not overlooking the stuff that we don't like. Mm-hmm. And that's how long the relationship gonna last. How long that we can stand that shit that we don't like.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can have all of these things that you like in the person, but if they feet stank and shit, how long can you stand that foot stanking and shit?
Not long.
Right? How long?
No,
so that's the thing, man. We need to be,
and then
looking at the person.
When you meet a woman, right? Like, do you want to add value to her? Mm-hmm. Because like as a woman, it'd be like, all right, I love all of these things about this person, but this, we gonna work on this. Men are not like that. It's like, but it's that one thing. I don't like her because
we see the potential.
Say that again.
As women,
as a women, it could be all these things that we really like about a man, but then it might be like, okay, but this one area, let's help him in this area. Men be like, she got this, and this, but I'm gonna deal with her because she don't. Would y'all feel like y'all want to add value to a woman in areas that she may need some help with?
What?
Let's think about how often we see or even hear women talk about dating a man that's dating down, right? Women don't date down. Men date down.
Men date down for sure.
Okay, women date up. So think about what you just said again now when you say that. Right? You're not gonna see no rich woman with a broke ass man, but you will see a broke ass man pick up a rich. A rich man pick up a broke chick and take her
try to sauce her up
and sauce her up, right? So while you just said that, how often do you see a man try to build a woman up all the fucking time? When do you see a woman build up a man?
Never, that just be
but let's be honest.
Verbally, but they don't have the attributes to like really build him up.
The men who are in position. What about the average man? Are you dating down? No, you trying to date somebody that's on your level.
Yeah, and the man that loves that woman will still try to build her up.
He should.
But a woman will say that she loves a man, and if he don't possess the things that she wants, not the shit that she need, right? If he don't possess the shit that she want, then she gonna tear him down. Like, for example, you would walk up to it like, all of y'all got this standard default thing, right? If a nigga's shoes ain't right, then I ain't talking to him, right?
Them expectations.
If you look at the man and he don't possess the things
when I first meet you,
and them
you want in a man, you're not even gonna get to know him enough to know if he possesses the shit that he need. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. This superficial, itemized shit, what he can do, all of this shit. It's almost materialistic. You ain't even getting to know the nigga enough to know if he's the man that you need.
100%.
All you worried about is if he has the things that you want,
and
he can bait you with all of the shit that you want, right? And then turn around and be the devil. That's how so many of y'all get fucked over.
Yes,
because y'all get baited into that shit that y'all see on the surface, and you ain't even getting to know him enough.
Something that ain't maintainable,
right?
You know. Temporary happiness.
A shot.
That's why I downplay myself, man. I'm not gonna. That's why I always say I'm not gonna inject steroids into the relationship and get to taking you all these expensive ass. But now you're falling in love with my hand and not my heart.
No facts.
You know what I'm saying? I would hate to take you out of town and spend thousands of dollars to find out that I don't like you, like a lot of these niggas do, and still try to fuck. Right, or even to take you out on a $200 dinner date and find out that you ain't. If I can spend time with you doing anything, that I know I can spend time with you and enjoy it doing everything.
Just like me.
No, right? I think we talked about this before.
That list,
offline.
That list of everything, everywhere we're not going on the first date. Oh yeah, we going everywhere on the list and below. Bitch, we about to go to the goddamn grass and sit on this fucking blanket and eat a sandwich.
I'm down with that.
If we can't sit there
but you only
and
doing
enjoy
that if you really like a person.
Exactly.
If you really,
I agree. If we can't enjoy our time, we ain't going no motherfucking
You
way.
tolerate a lot of things from somebody you're interested in.
Yeah.
You'll tolerate bare minimum, under bare minimum.
You'll tolerate them stinking ass.
Yeah, you will look past all the flaws.
He's the guy that you want. You see the shit that
y'all seen that post that said keep me delusional for as long as you can.
See,
nah.
See,
it's supposed to say that.
Yeah, like, see, that's that toxic shit.
Yeah, it is. It's very toxic shit. Like, let me not know what's going on. And there's a lot of people out here that praise being
toxic, not realizing that toxic is the worst kind of trash ever.
Okay, so
like you need to stay away from it.
You need to contain that shit and dispose of it in a special kind of motherfucking way, right?
Do y'all agree with this? Because this is just the way I've thought for a little while. I feel like a lot of the issues that y'all have with men, it is partially, well, a lot of it is due to what the expectation of a man has been given or what we have picked up. Like I said, we can go down Facebook all the time and motherfuckers be talking about provider, oh, he better do da.
This cookie cutter
so now
projection that y'all
the
have.
men that's looking to see what we got to build ourselves up to, okay, this is what the women want. So now they out here grinding, doing whatever by any means necessary. Like I said, the swipers, the people that be hitting licks on motherfuckers, think about what they do when they hit a lick. They hit a lick, they done took some buffs off somebody's face, they done broken somebody's house. What do? Go spending on glasses, cars, all this little bullshit. But what is it for? To get the women. To attract the woman, to impress her, because this is what they think is what y'all want.
What Tupac said, he made it real simple. Niggas want what the bitches want.
Yeah, this is what it is. So this is why I said, like, even for my 14-year-old niece, like going to these parties with these kids and stuff, it's like, bro, y'all, they been praising these boys that got a gun sitting out their pocket, extended clip, but they now be like, they look at a gun and be like, that ain't even dangerous. He cool for having it. My man got that stick on him. He got that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the expectation. So now a good boy, like,
he lame.
Damn, I need to go get a gun.
Corny.
I need to go get a gun. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it goes into what is the standard that women are putting out here that y'all want. Because whatever it is that y'all want, the hungry man is going, like he said, gonna go out here and get it by any means necessary. And instead of telling these dudes, like, I don't want y'all to be absent from the house, whether that is working all the damn time or don't do nothing to put your life in danger, that's how I know a woman loves me.
No facts.
Because if you willing to be like, if I'm out here in the streets or whatever and you not worried about me coming home at night and your only ambition is to make, that's like Tasha. That's like Power and Ghost. Yeah. Listen, your only ambition is to make sure I'm the best drug dealer ever. And then I got somebody over here that's wanting to see me get better, get me out the streets, got a plan and won't tell me this. Like, that's the type of environment that we want. That's how I know that's going to separate you from being a gold digger or somebody that's just out for what I can do for you. Because you're not putting in my mind, you can do better.
But it just goes back to what we talked about before. A lot of women want certain things and they don't understand what comes with it. Like, it looked good, but look at what Tasha was going through at home for real.
Yeah.
You know, like on the outside looking in, it was like, oh, she got it made. But for real, you at home bored, lonely. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I
believe the women just like, you know, in another conversation that I had where I said, you know, men should hold men accountable and women should hold women accountable. You know, I believe that women, you know, set the standard on what a man is out here, just like men set the standard on what women is out here. For example, if women, so many women say that they don't like men sagging and shit, right? If women stop fucking niggas that sag,
exactly,
niggas will stop.
But it just depends on the caliber of the man that you're talking
to. So again, but we have to raise the bar, right? So just like no different than how men talk about sexy red type shit, right? If men stop making it rain and, you know what I'm saying, putting this shit on the pedestal, women will stop wanting to be that.
Because people are not honest about what they actually want, though.
They want what they see other people want. Yeah. They want to be what they see. They ain't even, a lot of people ain't honest with themselves, and you can see it in their personality.
What you really want, you're not comfortable enough to be like, I don't care what come with it. This is what I want.
What was you about to say, Sonny?
I'm just saying in terms of like, if I wasn't in a situation, I'm not going nowhere where niggas is even sagging for me to even be approached by somebody that's, you know what I'm saying?
So you know what pond of water to fish in.
Exactly. What y'all talking about? I ain't. But I'm not around no bunch of niggas.
That was a general.
Yeah. But I'm saying, it just
but you know that you are the unicorn, right? You know where to shop for the type of clothes you want to put on and shit. You ain't just about to go put on anything because you know what I mean. It fits you and shit.
Yeah, I hope I'm not even giving off energy for a nigga that's sagging. And feel like
and that's why I said like it just depends on like. I mean, I was raised by such type of man. I'm not interested. But, I know what that household look like. Yeah. I want my kids to see their dad coming home every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like. But
see, these aren't blanket statements that we making about any side of the species of male or woman. You know what I mean? There's always exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
We're just speaking on having an observation on what we see in people. I mean.
That was a good cleanup right there.
Amongst the masses.
No, that's true though.
And you know, because you always had to make that disclaimer, right? Especially when we have a conversation about where it's like a male versus female type of situation.
Because we definitely don't want to.
Because it straddles the fence of becoming a conversation of sounding like bash, and it's like in the beginning how y'all said, "Oh, Mar, you sound like you're bitter." This is just an observation. You know what I mean? I ain't bitter. I still love women no different than I did before I experienced the bullshit that I did that made me feel or see the shit that I see.
Like I said,
it just make you more cautious. You know what I'm saying? And deal with people differently in the future accordingly. Yeah. So.
But that's the thing, it's the type, like the whole the guy, like, man, I know somebody who always gonna have a stick on them, but they trying to protect their family. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the situation. It's not a blanket situation.
Yeah, but the people that always got the stick on them, they have a different reason. I'm saying in terms of what is praised, what's being praised now, especially from the youth. Yeah, we talking about what's coming up now. Like these kids don't even got no reason to have a gun. What is your reason?
Have a gun legally.
Yeah,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then y'all got the illegal guns with the switches on them.
And the girls, and this is why I was like, what we talked about previously, like the mentorship from a woman. Like, we need more women to be like,
I agree.
Why you got this dusty little boy? You got to put this into your princess. You got to put this into these young queens to command higher from your you know, these little boys running around here. You should be tell that little boy he stank. Put some cologne on, wash your ass. Like, you not even my caliber of a boy that I could even be around with. And it's just like, but you got these sexy red 14-year-olds that's out here praising it like they love it. And it's like, so to me,
we gotta raise the standard.
And that's why I'm like, but where is the mother? Just like y'all say, where the fathers and that's why I'm like, this is not biased. This goes both ways. The fathers gotta put, man, listen. Just like they used to do for us, man. You treat a lady like this, treat a young lady like this, but it has to be the same for the young ladies. Like, baby, you a queen. Don't expect to be treated as such. And the same thing, instead of being like, man, I gotta go get the stick, and I'm tough, and I gotta do this, and I'm about to go hit a lick so I can go get some buffs that I want because I know my girl, she like buffs. I gotta look like a rapper at 14 years old, and it's like, we gotta put into their mind what to command of these young men and young ladies. Like, that's the only way anything is gonna happen. That's the only way it's gonna change.
Because if you don't, they put in their mind what the standard is. Right?
And I don't feel like we were taught how to date.
We were
like as women.
I just seen the type of guys that was around, and it was like, oh, okay. But then it was like,
No, I'm saying in terms of we meet a guy, he showed me some attention, we hit it off, and now we with each other every day, all day, and now it's become a thing. Whereas, you shouldn't. People give Lori Harvey so much hate, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know sis business, but you know what I'm saying? From what the media portrays, it seems like she dabbles around quite a bit, but sis could be dating. Who's to say that she hitting all of them? You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. I guess I'll speak for myself because I don't want to make a blanket statement for all men.
Hold on, Mark. Shout out to all the new listeners, Kimberly.
Shout out to all the King Crusaders in the comments. We see y'all. We need to run that intro back one time. We need to just, you know what I'm saying? Because people was late. You know what I'm saying?
I see you, baby.
I got money in my pocket.
Yeah, but I wanted to go ahead. You can go ahead. I just wanted to give our new listeners. Sorry. My bad. I just wanted to get into our new listeners.
I forgot my train of thought.
Get them in.
Sorry, guys.
She said Lori Harvey.
Yeah, she was saying Lori
dating. Y'all want to call her all of her name. But
date them all. That concept.
Man, you need to date
okay, so as a man, what do y'all feel like is acceptable? Do y'all feel like if a woman have a bad experience with a guy, she's supposed to just stay with him forever? Like, no, next.
So what I was gonna say is, I'll speak for myself, but I feel like this is a general thing amongst the fellas, but I don't want to pin it on us all. It's like we weren't taught how to court, just like I feel like y'all weren't taught how to be receptive to the courting, right? That's why a lot of the pursuit comes off as thirst to y'all, right? It's just like, man, what are we supposed to do as far as showing you that we're interested?
I seen a mentorship reel.
What's the line that you cross between showing interest and being thirsty? I mean, let's remove sexual content out of it. You know what I mean?
No, real.
Like, we're not talking about saying, we got some nice titties and shit. I'm on the first date type. We know that's thirsty, but like sometimes just a woman seeing that a man is consistent in his pursuit. Like, oh, this nigga thirsty. Like, what are you?
But it depends on what you say and how you say it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I was saying I came across a reel on my social media where there was a class where older guys was teaching. It was like a room full of guys and young ladies, and he was teaching them how to court each other. Like, you walk up to her, you know what I'm saying? Like, the proper way. Like, I think we need more of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm plugging you, talking about your mentor.
Dating etiquette class.
Yes, absolutely, for the youth. Absolutely.
So on both of y'all, because that's so.
We got 5 minutes.
Let me ask you this then: what is I wonder, do women ever ask y'allself why y'all get approached the way y'all get approached? And then the spin on that is, let's say for instance, I come at you and I'm just like, hey, I want to take you out. You might hold me because of what I look like, right? But then this kind of like, I don't fly you out type shit. This go into the Netflix and chill. You won't Netflix and chill with nobody, but a random or some dude can come at you and be like, I'm going to Jamaica tomorrow. I want you to get on the flight.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting on
they
the
jumping on. You might not. You might not. But it's a whole bunch of women that's like, this is the. Oh, don't talk. How many posts do we see? Don't talk to me unless you about to pick me up, take me to a sexy state, or don't talk to me unless you gonna take me, fly me out, take me to Jamaica, and they be like, so you not going, and you think that this guy is not gonna want something in return? So
that's another show.
Okay,
that's another show. But
he definitely do.
Energy and frequency doesn't lie. Like I'm saying, I don't expect no nigga that's around here sagging, flashy. Well, I don't know. You had some that tried that. I just think, but I'm not presenting that type of energy to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what is it that you give off though? That was my
question. Some chicks give off that hood rap persona and don't know it and don't want to hold themselves accountable for it.
If I'm around here half naked, my ass out, I'm switching, you know what I'm saying?
Like, let's also be honest about the fact that sometimes just like a man might meet somebody they might like, and that not trying to make you their wife. Like, what if I don't want you to be my husband? Like, why we can't just communicate? Like, it's not always that. Like, it's not always that. Like, you might not be what, like you said, what your standard is. You might not be the person I see, bring it home. And
that needs to be upfront conversation.
About what we're doing.
What are we expecting
out
of one another? Absolutely.
Like, every relationship does not have to be that.
As opposed to leading people on with the energy and shit. I mean, giving people the impression that it is something that it ain't.
Yeah, because that's what I think a lot of guys are fed up with. Like, we tired of taking people on a date and auditioning for a date, only for you to just don't even like me, but you would let me take you out to a sexy steak. You would let me take you out, spend $300, $400, $500 on you.
That's crazy.
Only for you to just be like, I don't even like you like that.
Hearing it from that
that's why we
perspective
about to sit on this blanket
yeah.
and eat this Subway.
You know what I mean? Like I don't even.
That's bold. I kind of feel for y'all because I've never really thought about it from that perspective.
And we was expected to pay for every date, every time,
and,
just for the
and
trial.
That's the gentleman in us. Like if I'm a man, so it's just like, no, you ain't gotta pay. But now, it's like
50-50. Are you sassy ass nigga? Like I don't even know you. Bitch.
Yeah, like this our first date. Y'all want me to take you to an anniversary restaurant?
Pay for the whole damn shit.
Because back in the day, that's what they were. You didn't see everybody talking about Ruth Chris me, this Eddie V me, but those used to be places. It's our 1 year anniversary. You go to these places and see people celebrating.
So this goes back to what we talked about before. What kind of women are y'all dating? Because I feel like you should be going to Eddie V's, Ruth Chris, all of that on your own. Outside of a man taking you there. So, like, oh, how you get him to do this? Because this is what I do for myself.
You expect the motherfucker to do shit for you that you can't even do for yourself.
Exactly.
Or don't do on the regular. Like, you just
want
on the regular.
Because somebody took you there.
On the regular. They act like, I'm like, dog, you don't be eating Ruth Chris every damn day. So don't act like you do it on the regular.
Right. You want somebody that's going to give you the lifestyle you want to live, not the lifestyle you actually live.
Exactly.
We got time to play the intro again. They asking for it in the comments.
It's the outro, so we can
play the outro. Okay, guys. So check this out, guys. We thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to everybody that engaged with us tonight. We want you to like, comment, make sure you follow 7 Mile Radio. Make sure you check out all of our Instagrams. We're going to play this intro one more time. Do you guys have any closing words?
No, I want y'all to check. We've been waiting to drop this for y'all.
Shut it, is so geek, y'all. He been wanting to drop it since it was recorded without what you got to say?
I just want to say follow me on Instagram at Her First Taste Salon and book hair appointments. That's what I want to say.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, till next time. We'll see y'all next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. We love y'all. Peace.
Love you.
And you can dive
It's random things, always relevant things. It's raw, it's uncut, just like life would bring. And you can dive on in it, just listen for me. I guarantee you won't leave, cause we got the tea. This is the Life on Shuffle, Life on Shuffle, Life on Shuffle podcast. We talk about everything.
It's content that's live and strange.
Ooh, this is the Life on Shuffle, Life on Shuffle,
Life on Shuffle podcast.
So turn up your volume, stay tuned, cause we about to talk that shit, that shit, that shit.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.